Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you my process for painting this beautiful winter walkway lined with trees on both sides. I took my reference picture from Pixabay Free Images. I will put a link in the description down below. For those of you who have been following my videos must have guessed that I love painting trees. I hope you all enjoy painting these colorful trees along with me. So without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, I will do a quick run through my supplies. I have used Canson XL 300 GSM cold press watercolor paper, Winsor & Newton cotton watercolors, and synthetic round brushes from Bohemia and Winsor & Newton. I've also used white gouache, a kitchen towel, and a scotch tape. I will put the links of all the materials I have used in the description down below. So let's start painting now. So I begin by drawing a rough sketch of the walkway and the trees, which is basically a one-point perspective. So in a one-point perspective, all the lines seem to culminate into a point, a single point in the distance. If you'd like to learn more about perspectives, do let me know in the comment section below. I can do a separate video to cover it. So once my sketch is done, I will pre-wet the whole paper. Prior to application of colors, I'm using a size 12 for this, and I'm dropping in some greenish yellow shade for a very dull sky, and some lemon yellow with a bit of burnt sienna and burnt umber for the soft tree shadows. As you can see, these shadows are really subtle with no sharp edges. Now we'll start dropping in some colors, a mixture of alizarin crimson hue, Indian red, burnt sienna, lemon yellow, sepia. So we'll be painting our underlayers first as a basic wash, and we'll be going from the lightest to the darkest. So once our first layer is dry, we'll start working on the details later. As you can see, I'm working wet and dry, and I'm just using a wet brush to soften the edges of the trees because I don't want any hard edges at this point. And before the layer is completely dry, I'm adding some darker tones as well. I'll do the same process on the right side as well. I'm now using sepia color. So this is quite a dark value to add some more detailing to the foreground bushes. Now one thing to remember is that anything that's in the front or the foreground is going to be much darker compared to what's in the background. So as we go farther, or we want to create a 3D effect, we're just going to fade our colors as we go into the distance. So I've started adding in some darker tones using sepia color. So we'll gradually build up the layers and get the detailing we want for these trees. We use a bit of cadmium red and lemon yellow and cadmium yellow for the bushes in the foreground. So you can see a variety of hues during winters, and that's just lovely. I'm using a kitchen towel intermittently where I think that I've put in a bit too much color. You can always lift off some paint while it's still wet. So I've now shifted to a rigger brush, which is size 2. And I'm using it to paint these very thin branches. You can see how I'm holding the brush vertically so that I get very thin and fine lines. The advantage of using a rigger brush is that it allows me to draw very longer lines without actually, lifting my brush again and again to get more paint, because it does hold a good amount of color as well. And as you can notice, I'm darkening the branches in the foreground, and the branches for the trees in the background are much lighter. And this gives quite a lot of depth to my painting, and we'll notice once we do the right side as well. We'll do something similar on the right side as well. As you must be aware already that I use sepia color for painting branches, if I haven't already mentioned. So what I like about painting trees is that I don't have to be completely accurate. I can paint the branches however I like. So all you need to do is just get a rough idea of the basic tree form and where your lights and darks are, and then just play with your brush and draw those branches. As long as all you need to be mindful of is the fact that the branches are thicker at the bottom and thinner at the top, and that's all you need to remember. As you can see, I'm using a thin brush to add some finer details to my bushes now. I'm just building up on layers for these trees, adding a variety of hues again to get a hint of foliage. And I'm just intensifying the shadows now by pre-wetting my paper and adding in a bit of burnt sienna and burnt umber. I guess we are nearly there. I'm just going to add a few more details for this tree in the foreground, a bit of foliage, for which I just add a bit of burnt umber first, let it dry, because we need a darker background before our light foliage is going to show up. I'm using white gouache to add a hint of some foliage here and there. I'm just tapping in some paint using my size 2 brush. So if you think that you've added paint somewhere you didn't want to, you could always go there and add a little bit of white gouache and just smudge it with a wet brush. That's what I did earlier. Just adding a few more branches here and there. So painting is now complete and I'm very happy with the outcome. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have found this helpful. If you have learned something from this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. I will see you in another video very soon. Till then, take care. Bye.